Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction. We're actually in Pro Source of Port Richey right now. We're standing here in their beautiful showroom. If you haven't come to visit Pro Source of Port Richey, I would highly recommend it. Today, I want to answer the question, what is the most expensive flooring you can put in your house? And so I want to caveat it before I give the answer as to what this is. Don't look at it. There are some floorings that you can buy that are just insanely stupid expensive. If you're trying to get the wood floor original out of George Washington's house, that's not fair, that doesn't count. When you're talking about new flooring, that's what I want to talk about today, not antique collector stuff, new flooring. The most expensive floor you can put down on your house is something like that guy right there. This is what's called a super format tile. And so if you see, I'm about 6 feet tall. This is literally up to basically my pectoral. It's suspended off the ground a little bit, but this is literally 48 inches in length and 24 inches in width. So that's an 8 square foot tile. There's a couple things to take into consideration here. The magnitude of the difficulty of installing these is leaving me a bit at a loss for words, but there's a couple things that play into this. If you want a perfectly flat floor, which you do, and most of these have a square edge, not a pillow edge, these have to be done with what's called a mud set or a mud bed installation, which is where the floor is built up and then the tiles are put down and they're actually vibrated into place typically with a buffing pad and a buffer to get them to where they're just perfectly lined up. And you have to be very gentle with them. If there are any hollows in that flooring at all, especially in that direction, it's very easy to break these tiles because they are so long. These are not any weaker than a typical tile, but you can get so much more force because your lever arms are so much bigger. It's very easy to break these. So you have a lot more waste when you're installing these than a typical tile. In addition to that, these have to be handled by 2 or 3 or 4 people depending on the thickness. These are a little bit thinner than some I've seen, so they can probably be handled by 2 people, but that's a 2-person set the whole time. So that said, typically for flooring installation, like a normal large format tile, you're gonna pay anywhere from $8 to $15 a square foot, depending on the level of installer you're using, the specific installation, how big, how many square feet, stuff like that. For something like this, you can multiply that by 3 to 5x. That's right, 3 to 5 times the cost. So in the low end, you're definitely $24 a square foot. The way I say that is because you are definitely gonna be higher than $24 a square foot to install this tile. On the high end, probably closer to $60 a square foot. Somewhere in the middle in there is probably the more average range, but think about that. Across a 1,000 square foot home, installing 1,000 square feet of this, if it's $40 a square foot, that's $40,000. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, the most expensive flooring you can install in your home is a super format tile. Now we do have a few installers at Home Love Construction who are able to do this and a couple subcontractors that we work that are capable of it. If you're interested in incorporating a super format tile installation into your remodel of a kitchen, a bathroom, or doing a room addition or a whole home remodel, we would love to speak with you. If you have questions, we'd love to answer them about super format tiles or anything else remodeling. Email us at homeloveconstruction@gmail.com with your remodeling questions. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Look out for super format tiles. Peace.